Summoners, get ready! Official League of Legends metal posters from Displate are here.
Alright, hello everyone, Gavin Ass here with Yappa. Today we'll be casting Brimstone Baddies versus Riyadh. We're about to get into the game. Yappa, anything to say?
No, not really. I mean, it's my first time being here, so I am excited to see what these two teams are and what they have to offer. I am hoping for some close and exciting games.
Yes, both of these, this is the 2-1 bracket. So one team will be going to 3-1 and one team will be going to 2-2, which is where most teams are. So it's quite interesting to see the results here today. We do have a few stand-ins, but that's all chill, and the game should be starting soon.
Yeah, of course, they do want to be improving that win-loss ratio for sure. It will be a bit painful if they are not able to make it into any kind of playoffs or anything like that. I mean, to already be down a couple of maps is not so great, but this is the first map here. They're going into what looks like Pearl as the first map, and I know there are some common strategies here that we might be seeing. So what do you feel about the current
if we go to tech pause, you can go to let me know.
Well, Pearl is actually really interesting, right? Because it's sort of one of the things without Taylor, right? You can have a lot of options to run. We see a lot of Vi's being common options.
Why does it sound like you're casting
Cypher being an option, Sentinels. For duelists, there's also the Yoru and Jet. That's pretty common to be played. But for what we do know, that this is one of the few maps where Omen's not meta. It's one of the only maps where Asher is played.
Yeah,
so
you guys,
quite interesting
Toby, you can just deafen in Discord because you've got them.
And whereas for the initiator, you can sort of go whatever you want. Fade, KO, Sky. Even the Sky is a bit questionable, but the rest of them, it's like you have quite a bit of options to run here for initiator.
I am so lonely here.
Yeah, there are indeed quite a number of operators. Although I know you said that Omen's not particularly common, and that does make sense just because of like the geometry of the map layouts. You are probably going to be seeing a lot more of some other kind of heroes. I'm surprised to see though that we do have only one Sentinel on these two teams.
Yeah,
which I'm kind of a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, Double Sentinel has been quite popular in throughout, even in the pro play, right? There's some teams like to run the chamber. No surprises here. These are pretty standard double duelist comps from both teams. So it's interesting to see how it will go.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, as you're saying, the double duelist comp is indeed very common. But I have seen a lot more of the double Sentinel, at least one of the teams going some kind of double Sentinel composition. On a lot of these more common maps. It really depends a lot on the pool as well. I've seen a lot of teams sort of, depending on the
staying on Mystery Falcon for the
tournament,
whole game.
often end up cycling through, Lotus, Pearl,
because
those kind of like really common maps where they've got a really standard sort of.
I don't know what it is. I can't tell.
Sets to play in, and that's tends to be more common in the tier 3 sort of scene. So it's interesting to see for me how these teams are going to be playing it down. I wonder if they're going to be seeing any of those kind of strategies that I'm more familiar with.
Where are we?
An interesting flash by Mystery Falcon in the doors instead of flashing throughout mid.
But meanwhile, look at this all the way down on B. We can just see on the mini map here, just all of them flushing down A main here, trying to get some kills, and they do. They are against the couple, and so does Lucid as well. But the rest of the team are going to have to be staying off of site here for a retake as Kyle goes in here for the plant.
Yep.
Iron Roses go out, but they're not really going to be able to find too much or do anything.
That's fine.
The team slowly starts to work their way onto site, but they haven't cleared the back of sites, and someone else goes on. Oh, it's now a 2v1 situation now.
Go.
And unfortunately for Yale, that is going to be a quick headshot there by Shazil. So
get off me so I can get a
beautiful place, but a quick little pistol win there for.
Yeah, great run by Sahil there. I mean, also just a really fast take by it's a really fast take over there. The Astra did just get a 3K, so the ult should be coming up soon. The Cosmic Divide. Be interesting to see how they want to work around that. Maybe get her some orbs as they come into the second buy round.
Yeah, coming into the second buy round. Obviously, you've just won the pistol, so you're going to be in a strong position economically. But we do see a bookie, actually, from one of these teams. A couple of marshals, but they're not going to be making use of it with this with this Astral util being used here as they try and peek around the corner now onto A side, B side again. Sorry, rushing down. Again, great trades out so far, managing to get 3 kills in a 4v2 situation. I just don't think this is going to be very winnable for them. They already know where they are. And Shazil is making quick work of that with the bookie. Oh, beautiful! Beautiful work with the bookie. I do love some great bookie gameplay.
Yeah, getting a 3K there, completely shutting them down. I mean, that was quite interesting because Archetype, I believe, also invested a bucky there and was only able to get 1. So interesting to see how they are economically right now. And Cosmic Divide's actually coming up in with just 1 orb. So I would like to see some, maybe he's just getting the orb for Astra and then just ulting it down to try win this bonus round. But we see as they will go for an Astra Lurk and a 4A, maybe 3.
Yeah, a little bit different than what we've been seeing so far. We've seen them just kind of rush down B as quickly as possible, but a little bit different. You do have one player here who's kind of trying to guard, using what they can to get out alive, thankfully. Getting that util orb, especially with these kind of comps, you really do want to be trying to grab those utilities to try and use those really powerful ultimates that you do have. Making his sight execute now, walking in, but there's they've already given up sight though long ago. They're going to be changing it. Oh, goes aggressive, goes into the smoke and gets punished for it. Brimstone's here on the site now, trying to find one. Oh, gets killed though by a crossfire. Someone else on the other side though, and is looking to get their kill. They're going to a 4v2, 1v4 situation now. It is not looking good for this Cypher. Up with an orb, and Marshall, sorry, and no, he's not able to get the kill. Christina there swings and gets the headshot.
Yeah, not quite a bit of economic damage there, only getting 1, but they are managed to get the Cosmic Divide off that, so it's interesting to see what they'll plan to do with it. If they're looking like they might want to go for a fast take with the B. We didn't see them change their style, slowing it down a little bit. That could have been a little bit better on the side execute. I feel like the pressure when they were attacking was a little bit discoordinated, but we'll see how they play that out, and maybe it was just like the fact that it was on a weaker buy.
Yeah, I suppose so, but they are going to be taking mid this time. Again, a little bit of a different play. They're taking it slow, unlike the first couple of rounds, which they won, when they won it with a very fast style. They try and peek, but they just don't have. They're just not using any util with this. I don't quite understand why, but they get punished as a result. 2 members are going down. 3, unfortunately, Lucid is able to trade out in a 3v4 situation now. The bomb is still in mid. I don't think Brimstone Baddies are aware of this.
Yeah, quite a few individual plays there being made, not quite supported by the utility. As Sahil gets caught in the smoke, they try to take the A space as free right now in a 2v4 retake.
Yeah, they didn't quite. They were a bit slow on the rotates. You see them now clearing all these angles, but also not to mention though they do have a bit of a tough fight ahead of them in a 2v4 situation. Sorry. With the retake as well, no less. So it's going to be a little bit advantage. Oh, never mind, as they win quickly. Nice headshot there from Christina, and a beautiful use with the Marshall. Just leaves the site free. All of the people just unfortunately removed. I mean, how do you really play that in that sort of situation when you've got 4 members just slowly moving to retake? They didn't really have to move too quickly, to be fair. They did have that player advantage.
Yes, I mean, I think that all the side of it, they should have maybe taken more a more aggressive approach. I feel like the slower approach that they're taking isn't quite working out for them because of their lack of coordinated utility. When they were going fast, I feel like they all kind of knew what they were doing, what the position they were holding, and so they could support each other a lot better. So just in general, they should be using Util a lot more, and these slower takes we aren't seeing it as much.
Time to jump.
Yeah, I mean, slower takes tend to be, you know, quite popular with a lot of high-level teams. But as you were saying, it can be quite difficult to execute on them because it does require a lot of coordination. Oh no! TP's into the back, but somebody was waiting for them. Headshot immediately. They're trying to go for a fast take, but all the players now are swarming around B side. Now there's just one jet all the way in the back of A. And they're about to get pinched as well. There finds a kill, but I just don't think there's going to be enough to find an ace. Oh! Rex comes around behind and gets the kill. Oof.
What a huge round by Christina there. I mean, what a play. I would like to see the replay on that, seeing if it was through the smoke or not. Oh, it just looks like it was just spammed through the smoke, and the second one was through a gap. That's just incredible. I mean, what an impact that brought.
Oh, for sure. I mean, it practically could have just won the round off of that alone.
I would still like to see the Cosmic Divide being used. I mean, they've saved it up for 3 rounds now. Pretty interesting to see when they'll be using it. I feel like it's a misuse. Going for a faster approach on A and pinching into B. On B split. I mean, mid split.
I know
As they start to go on with the execute. Ultimate comes out. The Cypher ultimate. Are they going to try and use that? Are they going to maybe find where they are to hunt them down? Oh, Lucid gets the kill. 1v2 situation already, and they know where these enemies are. Yes, they should. Oh, did he push through the smoke? No! Don't do that! They managed to equalize already! In fact, now they've just gone positive. Ooh, 2v1 situation now. Twice Stan is able to find the kill. And they are found by the Prowler. It's only a matter of seconds now before they have to go into a bit of a duel. TP goes out, maybe to try and play some mind games. Oh, gets 1 kill! Can they clutch for their team? No! Twice Stan gets the kill! And it's going to be a 3rd round victory there for Raya.
Riyadh getting another round win. It was a bit of problems there with the body block, but it all worked out for them in the end. I mean, that was just quite a beautiful take of the side. I think the mid split really worked out for them there and helped them buy that little bit of time they needed to win out the round and pressure Archetype into that 1v2 situation. They have quite a few bit of good ults coming up. They have the I forgot the name of it. Dura's ult and Cosmic Divide coming up. So we'll see how that plays out. I think I'll put an aggressive A retake.
Oh, what? Oh my word, that was, oh no, I mean, how on earth they managed to come out of that alive, I don't know, but they managed to get a kill with the ultimate there, with those knives. TP comes out here from Archetype, and they're starting to give up the site now, as the rest of the team coming through. Ultimate's being used, sorry, ability's being used here to try and fight, but it's fucked by the Prowler! What?
Oh, Dio hits an amazing shot. As Archetype trades back.
Need that back. Horns activated.
Trying their best now to organize a retake. 3v3 situation. Somebody in the smoke, not sure they know. They do now. They find their kill. Oh, 2v2 situation. Finds the Cypher. Sorry, finds the remaining player. There's still Cypher who's alive and is able to peek just in time to stop that defuse. Archetype surely must know and is playing around this, unsure of where they're going to do. They do a little bit of a fake. And the Cypher's just around the corner. Cow. Oh, swings! But Archetype is there quicker on the uptake and gets that kill.
I mean, that was quite the funny round because of the cosmic divide. Archetype tapped the spike, but Kylie was unable to hear it due to the south area.
Enemy remaining.
So it was quite an interesting round to play there. I mean, it was aggressive through and through. Just people taking duels everywhere. First was that Belong, and then when they fell back for their retake, it was just a lot of dry duels. There was occasional flash here and there, but I mean, that was quite the aggressive round played by both teams, as we are down to just 2 major ults from Riyadh.
Yeah, indeed. We see this powerful up as well, trying to be set up on a helpful location. But unfortunately, I think just because of their eco and they're just going to be trying to go for a different site, and they're going here for A, and they are able to get the kill now on Mystery Falcon, who's like the only person here defending. But flashes come out as they start to maybe try and look for a retake. Christina finds another kill as well, equalizing it up just for now. But there's so many players still around, so this could really go any way. Slightly less so. Oh, Books comes out, finds a kill. Oh, but it's not enough. The Shorty does not find enough, and those 3 players there, that flank alone, getting 2, catching them off guard. Beautiful work there by Brimstone Baddies, able to get that victory. Now 5-3 on the map scoreline. Starting to build up just a little bit over lead.
Blinded.
Yeah, I mean, there was a huge round direct right there for Brimstone Baddies. Going on into this 5-3, I want to talk about it a little bit. With this double duelist comp, are you expecting really Riyadh getting a little bit more on this attacking side, or do you think that maybe a week or half will be fine for them?
Well, I think because both of these teams are going for a double duelist, I think really kind of the strategies that you're going to be employing are probably going to be the same on both sides. So really, I think it just depends on the bias of the map. And so I think that realistic... Oh! Beautiful orb kill there by Archetype, interrupting me halfway through. They're still going for all this slow take. I mean, no wonder if you just lost a member on your planned strategy, you might be wanting to rethink. Maybe go somewhere else where you don't think there's a powerful rifle sitting waiting.
Yeah, I mean that was a huge player going. I mean that's your flash duelist as well as your dimensional drift in case you got into use that. Just playing it slow, waiting for any re-peaks, maybe with the op. Cyphercam noting the player there.
Yeah, they're still taking it really slow, but it seems like they've caught maybe someone in a little bit of a state of confusion. Ultimates are coming out now, and they did get tagged by the Cypher, so they know that they're going to be coming down B, and you see all the team members running around now.
Spike planted.
Christina here sitting in the corner on the other side, waiting for the team members.
Or flashed himself.
I was looking for a player, but there wasn't any. Oh, finds a kill. Not able to try and get a second spam through the Cypher utility, but somebody is on an absolute roll. Oh, doesn't quite get any extra kills, but the team comes up and they are finding all of them onto B site. Beautiful, beautiful work. A couple of ultimates invested, but I think it was plenty. It was enough to get the job done.
Yeah, a great round by Riyadh. They're getting all the important kills. Even the spam through smokes coming from Rex right there, not being able to catch up on any of the players. I think that was a great use of the Cosmic Divide, just getting the spike down and being able to get into that post plan where you like taking these, where they like to taking these duels. Yeah, I think the slower style actually worked out quite well for them, baiting 2 players to go into the A side, and so it was a quick, easy retake to take on the side.
Yeah, oh, not quite getting the kill this time around. I mean, getting that kill would certainly put you in an advantage of 4v5, but getting those crucial kills, like you said last round, I mean, it just feels like they just put them into a bit of a state of confusion, really, with all those ultimates, and I think they were just able to get a job, but they're still just here waiting long A.
Who's next?
Archetype trying to use some information there. It does indeed confirm it after they shoot his clone.
Out of charge. I'm back.
trying to find some information, but unfortunately, oh no! But Kyle does manage to get a kill as well onto Christina, one of the highest killing players on their team. You're posted up here in the back of B site. Big Yili is there trying to make a point, makes a swing on the flag, gets killed. 1v2 situation now with Rex. Taps the Spike, isn't able to find the kills though that they need. Tries to play smart and tricky with it, but unfortunately, he just got 2 members. And you haven't really been able to take them into a 1v1, you took them into a 2v1, and it's like, the name is unfortunately written on the wall when you play like that.
Yeah, I think for that, I would like to see Brimstone Baddies taking more control of the side. I mean, I understand that maybe they were on a slightly weaker buy, as some were echoing, but yeah, I mean, they're just getting Riyadh is playing slowly into the side and walking on. I feel like if Brimstone Baddies just had a little bit more control, they get that info quicker and be able to fight them on side.
Yeah, I would hope so too with that. I mean, they kind of tend to have the strategy of sort of giving up the site, and the Sentinel here on this site, oh, he's able to find a kill Rex, but they are found by the, oh, and somebody else is on site as well, tries to find that kill. Christina finds another.
Spike planted.
Already putting themselves in a 1v3 situation now, unfortunately for Christina, and I just don't think that's going to work either.
Yeah,
I mean,
going huge for them right there, getting another, I believe 3k could have been a 2, but I mean, this player has been on fire for Riyadh.
Spike planted.
They really have indeed been on fire. I mean, you see now they've just really built up their economy. So unfortunately, if Brimstone Baddies lose this round, they can just be put in a really tough situation for the economy. That is the last round, and they've got ultimates remaining. So I take back what I said. They just, I mean, look, man, I feel they're just going to change up the strategy ever so slightly. They are still managing to go toe for toe so far, 5 rounds to 6. With ultimates ready, using 1, but unfortunately somebody dies already with the ultimate not getting used.
Yeah, Steel Garden unable to be used for the retake. Quite a bit of an unfortunate situation as Lucy gets tricked by Archetype's fake out and gets treated out.
One enemy.
Kyle gets
no, Kyle win.
Face your fear.
Oh, ultimate there used at the end just for style points. I mean, Kyle there did an amazing job getting those kills, working with the team to sort of all swing at the same time and push those players. Oh, I mean, it's really unfortunate. I just, Brimstone Baddies, they just weren't really quite able to do those retakes quite so well, and although they did able to win quite a number of rounds, I feel like those rounds were the rounds where the other team just played slow, and that just wasn't really in their favor quite so often.
Yeah, I think Brimstone Baddies was leading too much into to contact up into the site and then play retake, whereas I feel like it would be much more effective, especially with a double duelist, to just either play full retake or just take up the extremities of the map. I mean, it was just straight up dueling, and they did not turn up on top.
Yeah, and I think also the kind of flanking and other sort of maneuvers that they were pulling off, I think that actually also really helped them, and that's probably where those kind of familiarities with that double duelist comp. But we see a 2-2-1 sort of default, something that we haven't seen before really. We've only ever seen them going mid, going A long, going B, maybe a split push, but they haven't really done anything quite so organized and requires such a intense level of communication so far.
Yeah, I mean, the default coming up from Archetype, walking up into the mid doors, unfortunately does not catch the timing on Sakil. As Rex spots him out, Archetype comes in and does not get the kill, but unfortunately gets caught by the stun.
Lucid here is able to find 2 already, equalizing somewhere else. as two of their members now push B long, are
30
able to
seconds
take the
left.
site. But there's someone just lurking around,
Last player
having a duel with a
standing.
Cypher, and they win the duel. 1v3 situation in a pistol round. I don't think they're going to be winning this, but they do have plenty of rounds in the bank.
Like getting the dink over there, swapping out to the other ghosts. Unfortunately, not knowing if there's a lure coming in within. Spots out the fires, understanding where all the players are now. Shots not quite connecting, switching out to another ghost. Taking timing and unfortunately cannot even find one as we had taking up the... Oh, no, sorry. Brimstone Baddies, I believe. Taking up the 6th round.
Yeah, finding that 6th round. I mean, honestly, there was a great play there from the attackers. They kind of were able to whittle down what space they had, and so they're really forced into a situation where the defender had to really just, you know, kind of take a good timing or get those kills when they were peaking, which again might not be the best decision in the world. But it's just, you gotta find this information, you gotta know where they are, you gotta swing together, and they did a great job of that. A little bit of a different play that we see this time around, with 4 members going down A, and someone is going all the way down B, or was, to try and get some information. The TP back though to be with the rest of their team. Currently nobody on A, but this Cypher is trying their absolute best, using that camera to keep some information for them. They don't know where they are, they hear them now, they move on to execute. Tristan and Kyle pushing into the smoke already. A greedy player, some may say, spamming as well, trying to find a kill, but isn't able to. They're mere meters away, go for the kill! Oh, Shady isn't able to find one! Archetype and Christina now, finding 2 onto the defenders. There goes the 3rd one. Cypher's the only one, was the only one remaining on site, and Christina coming around for the 3K this round, getting looted. He was hiding around.
Yeah, I mean, that was just quite a nice idea by Riyadh, but unfortunately did not work out. I like the fatal coming in, but just unfortunately did not connect for them. Yeah, great round for Brimstone Baddies. Did not do too much on the economy, which means that they should be looking forward to maybe try and win this round. As they come in with this lineup by Mystery Falcon, I believe. See where this lands.
Okay, well they're playing it a little bit slow. That lineup from Falcon, I'm not entirely sure what the idea of it was, but...
Oh, there we go. It lands in the back side. Stops the Euro Great Crash from going into the backside as they take up the half of the side already on B.
Yeah, but the defenders here, they're all setting up for the retake. I mean, you got a couple of people peeking already. Tristan is able to find one as they try and work their way around. Using the Odin to put back there. And he's able to try and spam down one while Dior gets the other. Unfortunately goes down. 2v1, 1v1 situation, sorry, 1v3 situation, unfortunately for the defenders. They just haven't been able to trade out in a good way, unfortunately.
Yes, and Riyadh needs to go save as Kylie saves the Odin for the team. That was quite an unfortunate round for them. They really needed a round win there to equalize and maybe set up, considering that they are quite at this point with double duelists. We are seeing problems coming in. I think that was a great lineup by Mystery Falcon, being able to stop the gate crash and stopping the Yoru from coming in. There was a 5-man retake that was stopped, so quite interesting to see if maybe Riyadh do have a few problems with the retake problem and need to push out more, but we'll see, I guess, as they call out a timeout.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is actually a great idea to be calling a timeout, because it allows you to sort of readjust your strategies, talk things through, especially when, you know, maybe things didn't go quite to plan and you sort of got a little bit surprised by the offense that just happened on the attack in the previous rounds. I mean, the scoreline is quite close, but if you're sort of maybe consistently behind, you do want to be trying to find those new strategies, those, oh, well, maybe we should go for this, or, oh, this is what the habits of the opponents are.
Yeah. I mean, let me just see the question on blunt then. What do you think that they could be doing better? What do you think that really cost them that round just now?
Oh, man. I think, honestly, the basic, if memory serves me correctly, they basically just like try pushed into B, and they were sort of limited with their sort of options. Their positioning kind of left them quite open, and so it allowed for the attackers to sort of take those like particular jewels and get those wins because of how exposed some of their positioning was.
Oh, this is a nice. This goes here.
A little bit of a different setup
I think was
coming in from Kylie over now.
Bring them down.
They seem to be taking them quite slow. Haven't even taken up for mid control yet, just sort of peeking, waiting for any aggression coming from Riyadh. But they're just standing still, holding on to side, waiting for the enemy's aggression. So, it seems like they are walking out on mid right now. 15 seconds left in the round. Do be checking onto the time, as that is looking like to be quite informative as they do sky flash out. Does not see anyone. Euro blinds are coming in. And they slowly walk up minutes now. I'm finally making noise. Playhole counts 3 as the C should be able to get the jet.
30 seconds left.
It seems that they're pinging out on A as Jet goes in for the tailwind.
Oh no!
Oh, can he get a third?
Oh no! Just not get a third. That's all that they needed. Just look at this. They've only got like 5-10 seconds left, and it's already counting down. 1v. There we go. Cow gets the kill.
Oh my gosh. The slow round not working out for Brimstone Baddies. Just sort of walked into the shop. There's already 4 players on side, so he'll going up huge for Riyadh, getting into that 8th to 8th half. Oh, that was quite the round by Sahil. Once again coming up to save Riyadh.
Yeah, I mean these slow rounds are just already not working out, like you were saying, and I think it just requires so much communication. It's quite an advanced strategy as well, but it's not just slow. You also got to know why and how and all these other little details. And I just don't think they realize that it's just how advanced the strategy is and how complicated and nuanced it can be. We're seeing another push here down A. Kyle with the Odin is able to spam through the smokes and get one. They know someone's on the right there, but they move out just in time to prevent being spammed out. 1v5 situation. Unfortunately, we do not see an ace today as Mystery Falcon goes down.
Yeah,
I think that timeout must have worked for them.
Yeah, the timeout definitely worked for them. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was just like a mentality. We need to calm down. We need to do these duels. But yeah, I mean, their confidence is coming in. They're peaking now a lot more. But they're also I like what they're doing. They're having Cypher play backing with the Odin, and it's working out quite well for them. I mean, I believe just the Yours Bakeout got caught out, and Archetype unfortunately was behind it and got spammed out with it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, all the need for this round is maybe just a little bit of luck as well. They seem to be having quite a bit of that on their side so far. I mean, just a couple of rounds ago, that incredible 2K with the bookie already almost secured them the win of that round. Attackers, though, going for a 1-1-1-2 default here. A little bit different, trying to get to space and control it. But realistically, if you're doing this and you're controlling the space, you'd want to, think about which sites and which information that you want to find. Archetype getting a kill, though, onto A site already, and it looks like the call's going to be made out that they're going to be going A. Prowler is able to find one, but unfortunately gets killed. Meanwhile, on site, Archetype is using their ult to try and find information. They only find one of Kyle as they poke through the smoke and get a kill. Oh,
Spike
but
down A.
Lucy comes in and finds the kill onto Rex.
Last player
3v2
standing.
situation, 1v3 situation. Never mind. He's with 3 kills already. And the spike's on site.
30 seconds left.
You all know that the gate crash was fake as Lucy picks up the 4th for Riyadh, and again the confidence from this team. I don't know what happened in that timeout, but it's just like they flipped the switch.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, they absolutely. It really does seem like we've got an entirely different team all of a sudden straight after that timeout. I wonder if we'll be seeing more of this in the next map, but they still got 3 more rounds at least until we be seeing that. A couple of ultimates online. DR here posted up A long with the sniper rifle with the operator. You're going to be wanting to get at least 1 kill before backing away. But unfortunately for them, although there does seem to be someone coming down A.
Our spike carrier
Use
is
the smoke. Oh, but unfortunately they missed. Lucid, though, is getting those kills elsewhere. Already down to a 3v4 situation.
blinding crack. Blinding.
I wonder if Cypher sees the spike.
Oh, Cypher. Oh, that's a great
camera.
question. Oh, Cypher might see the spike actually. No, I think Cypher 100% saw it. But it does the cam does get spotted out as they go for a slower take.
And the spike now trying to go down A long, but that's where the operator is still posted up after all this time. They haven't really moved from their post because they don't really know where they're going, it seems. Perhaps they didn't see the spike and haven't chosen to change their strategy. Prowler goes out, doesn't find anyone because they're just too far back. They're almost still back in spawn.
I mean, there's 30 seconds left on the round. They have to decide on something. Looks like they're going to go in for that AR's take as Mystery Falcon's lurking up B long, but the op does not get him. Huge for Brimstone Baddies, but they are going into 10 seconds with Astra on site, full Cypher setup. Spike bombs coming down. Are they able to get it?
Spike planted.
And they are able to
One
strike down,
enemy
but
remaining.
2 frags coming out as Mystery Falcons on the other side of the map coming on from the mid-art link, but it should not be enough in time. And yeah, while playing important for them, the Mystery Falcons.
Oh!
What?
What?
Lincoln, you missed it. I mean, what was that? Show me that again.
Incredible plays, but not at the right time. They'd already defused the spike. It was just a little bit slow, unfortunately, on that rotate. Sure, they might have been able to bait out the defenders to rotate to B, but just not long enough. And the attackers who were on A side just weren't able to stand around for long enough. And Mystery Falcon comes out with some crazy 2K, but not in time.
Get out of my way.
Oh.
Oh, the round! Imagine the round could have been so different if they just spawned full mid there from Mystery Falcon.
Oh, an offshot missed. So close as well. Choosing to back off the site completely. Cypher in the back.
Scout destroyed. Or die.
TB coming in.
Going for the S.
Dash in. Archetype gets 1, but gets traded out by Sahil. Spectre coming up close, but Tyson gets right-clicked.
Yeah, it just kind of goes for the
Last
peak,
player
goes
standing.
aggressively, but doesn't really know where they are, and they get double swung, and then Lucid here just coming up clutch as well, getting those 2 kills at the end.
Match point.
It's kind of unfortunate, even though most of the defenders were going, what, with sheriffs?
Last
Yeah, it
player
looks like
standing.
there was kind of an eco round there. But, I mean, this is going up for this is match point for Riyadh as they come in from 12 to 8 off, and Brimstone Baddies not being able to pick up a single round on the gun round so far. So yeah, are quite facing a bit of trouble there. That time I'm really saving them, bringing up 5 rounds in a row as they go in for this A and B split.
Yeah, an interesting choice. I mean, maybe they're trying to, say, hey, we're going B and make a lot of noise over there, but they just haven't really been doing too much of that. I mean, well, I say that. I mean, look at that. The defender's already rotating 3 round B, and you got another one coming up towards mid now. But they just haven't seen the information yet. They don't know quite where they are. All the time, you've got this one defender here on B side. Here's all the utilities. He's going to make the call. Swings around. Oh, it misses, but is able to find the kill eventually. Goes down there, gets traded out by UL. As they take the site, but the defenders, they had 3 ultimates available to them. Unfortunately, somebody died with theirs, but still going to have a couple of opportunities. Lucid here using his ultimate to find as much information as possible. Tells the Infinite team where they are. Yor goes for the peaks and gets those kills. 2v4 situation now, and Lucid is going to be pushing them hard and gets the kills!
Oh, what a round by Lucid there, using the dimensional drift to spot out 2 players for Deal to pick up, and then getting 2 himself. I mean, that was quite the round for Riyadh to get up and win the map for them. Wow, what a play.
Absolutely, what a play. I mean, it was a great use of dimensional drift. Honestly, you just use it then anyway, because it's the last round if you win, hopefully. And if you use the ultimate, you win, hopefully, right? It's quite powerful. It allows you to get so much information. It allows you to scout out so much details as well. It could be really, really powerful when used very aggressively. And I think they just did a great job of using the ultimate on that last round.
Yes, I believe so. As we come and look at the board, we have Lucid and Sahil obviously coming up on the top of the leaderboard, as the rest of them are not far behind.
Realties.
I mean, that was an incredible map for Riyadh at the very end. Seems like my game crashed, but we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I mean, that was a great round by them to win out the map. I think that overall, that timeout was incredible for Riyadh, just making them focus up, making them really just be concentrated onto the game. Like it gave them confidence. Oh,
yeah, absolutely. I mean, like you were saying with that, timeout there, it was literally just what they needed. And all of a sudden, they seemed to have just like swapped out with a totally different team. They was just so much more confident, like you were saying. They just were peaking more. They were just working together well as a team. They're just kind of whatever sort of rust or little inconsistencies were going on were just immediately wiped away. And it was an amazing, really, really incredible play from that. But only after that timeout, like you were saying. I mean, it started off like pretty 50-50. They were going trading rounds every other turn, so but it looks like we Hello and welcome back to this next map in this 3-map series. At least I hope it's going to be a 3-map series. But they were doing incredibly well on the first map. Just a quick recap for all the viewers watching who didn't see the first map. They started off quite close between these two teams, getting round for round with a double duelist composition before eventually RYH here coming out on top after a quick team out, absolutely demolishing almost like a completely different team, getting that 13-8 victory. But now we're going to be heading on to Ascent, a slightly different map, but I suspect we might be seeing very similar compositions that we were before. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm quite interested because Ascent normally you're running a double initiator, maybe even double sentinel nowadays, especially with tier 1 and these teams going for a variety of comps. Not really quite double duelist, not in fashion anymore, but we just did see a double duelist, and maybe one of these teams want to go for it, maybe a Yoru Jet, or even a Raze Jet. I wouldn't mind a Raze Phoenix, but we'll see how that goes. Yeah, as we come into this set, I think it'll be very interesting the styles that these teams play, because that was a lot of just right now. It was a contact, fast play, aggressively, and Ascent's quite different. Ascent, you want to go for more of a default, kind of get mid control. So trying to figure out how each of these teams want to play is going to be quite important, especially the tempo they want to set on these rounds. And yeah, what do you think about comps for this map?
I mean, I think they probably will end up going for a double duelist. I mean, I know that double sentinel, I've seen a lot more of that, and I have seen some double initiator as well, but kind of certain compositions can be quite difficult. Particularly to play around, and the strategies and focuses are going to be a little bit different. So I think understanding those win conditions will be quite helpful. But whether you're going to be able to realize what those win conditions are, and whether you're going to be able to deny or work towards those win conditions while also securing those round victories, I'm not entirely sure if they are going to be able to do that, because some strategies just require a huge amount of teamwork. But if that is the case, then I think RYH are going to be in a strong position to capitalize on such things. We are going to be going for agent select pretty soon, but I think we might be seeing a little bit of Cypher, a little bit of maybe some Sova, possibly Omen as well. Actually, Omen's very common on this map. In fact, we might actually see some Jets as well, because maybe some of these players, Jets are their favorite character. And Neon is actually one of the initiator that I was thinking of, but perhaps we won't be seeing that in this map. What do you think, though?
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say they're looking to go for a standard comp there, but Lucid picking up to your Kylie now hovering sort of every agent. But I do think that they will be locking in the Cypher, or maybe a Vibe. This is quite a weird comp by them. No Dome Smoker, as you were talking about the Omen. We'll see if they want to stick with that. Whereas we look at the other side with Brimstone Baddies. Wow. 4 duelists and 3 duelists in the Clove. Rex hovering the Cypher. Radar. Both teams looking like a bit of a troll. Sahil does end up locking the Omen in the end. I mean, Kylie's just out of the game, you just troll, bro. What is this Phoenix now?
I have, well, you say that, but I have seen some Phoenix being played recently in some tier 3 matches, so it wouldn't surprise me if they do go for it. I mean, I probably wouldn't think that's the strongest choice, to be fair. So, we do see Chaos and also a Raze and a Neon. Sorry, a Killjoy and a Neon. I think that's going to be, a pretty reasonable choice, actually. I think that's a pretty well-rounded composition from both of these teams. You do have some slight differences, though, with the Neon. And I feel like the Neon from Brimstone Baddies is a little bit of an interesting choice with the composition as a whole. I think they're really going to be trying to, look for those ultimate orbs, try and get as much of their ultimates online as possible, because you do have some, really powerful ultimates on the side of Brimstone Baddies, right? I think, at least 3 of those ultimates alone, in my opinion, could easily just turn around an entire fight, even if you're down 2-3 players.
Yeah, I mean, I think for Neon. Neon's quite an interesting pick on this map. She's not often used, but that's because of her inability, because there's not a lot of like long range sights for her to slide in and get get kills, especially with the amount of crossfires there are in a sense, and the slow default
Right,
combat
absolutely.
I was talking about before that just sort of stopped Neon. But as you can see, they are going in for just a B retake, which will work out quite well for this double duelist comp. Only the killjoy utility there.
Yeah, and I think they've caught on quickly that this might be a B site hit. Util is already going down, all the traps, you name it. As they start to swarm into the site already. Getting set up. This Cypher, though, not having any util to set up and defend the site.
Spike planted.
And util goes out, spots one, but doesn't go for the kill. As they move into boat. But unfortunately, 3 members are already down as Rex finds 2 headshots right after each other. And it's more than enough to give them team an advantage. And they have secured the first round already of the pistols, setting them up well for the economy.
Yeah, I mean, that was a great round by Brimstone Baddies there. Just taking the side really quickly, noticing that there was no play on the side. As for Riyadh, that was quite an interesting play just for the killjoy utility just to be on there. I want to see if that was a consistent theme where they just want to sort of give up B-side play for retake, or if they're more interested in that was just like sort of a pistol strat that they're not going to lead into.
I don't know, they seem to be kind of going off the B site again. See the Neon here rushing in, using that with the Judge. Maybe looking for some cheeky kills. So he's able to find 1 cheeky kill with a pistol already as a defender, but Yulil finds 2, putting them into a 3v4 situation. Oh, Dior is able to equalize, gets the kill onto Archetype. They've just lost the Judge, he's going to be picking that up, no doubt.
Shot's not quite
And
connecting there.
Mm-hmm. Prowler goes out, isn't able to find anyone.
Spam comes through for Lee, getting that kill.
Absolutely. They know where they're going, they can just communicate that to their team members. KO Knife is able to find 2. The Marshal here is posted up, but even though the defenders here, they do push them, there's still 2 more defenders on site that they're going to have to deal with. They'll push through this Cypher util, and oh, beautiful work there, with Yule getting 4 kills that round, and the Cypher stealing the possibility of an ace.
Yeah, I mean, with all that being said, quite a great damage by Riyadh as they get 3 in the round. Unfortunately, not being able to win it, but I think they can come with that quite happy with the result. I just wanted to say that I did like the call by them because they did play offside again, but they were much faster into that B retake, catching them off guard, being able to get 1 on 2.
Yeah, absolutely. I do like the timing of their push that time around. I think it was much better in terms of how they were playing it. Already playing aggressively though. Neon already on the site. Omen is posted up on the top. And is able to find 1. And I'm sure it's going to be alarming for them if they are able to get this win with already 1 player down. The count is low, trying to find someone with the scouting drone there. Start to spam through the wall, but still isn't able to do it. But the spike is still down, and the time is still ticking on their retake, and they haven't quite executed on anything yet. Speaking of which, here they go. Oh, able to find 1, but they push out, but Archetype finds 2 people. Oh, but there's not enough though. Everyone else is around, swarming the final player. Unfortunately, Rex there just not able to win that 1v3.
Yeah, that was a great round to respond back from Riyadh. They are able to get the Hunter's Fury online now, so it's interesting to see what they are about to use that for. Maybe for a retake. As I want to see them switch something up here actually, because they are leaning. Brimstone Baddies are leaning towards B, and these B takes have not been working out for them. Not for Brimstone Baddies, but for Riyadh, these retake plays. And they do seem to be switching up, going up with a Yoru aggressively into main. Potentially with the Stinger.
Time to jump.
Turret out.
Yeah, potentially. I mean, they do seem to have made a little bit of a switch up in terms of their strategy, but it seems like so have Brimstone Baddies going offensive now, all the way up onto A shot, pushing in, trying to find a slide, trying to kill. But Dio though has the timing, peeks through, gets the kill onto Archetype. And he's able to trade out using their ability, the ultimate, to try and find a survive and get a kill. They still haven't found a kill just yet. Only 2 members remaining. They're hunting hard, but I think they're just going to run out of time.
Spike planted.
Yeah, putting them back down into a 2v2 situation now. But they've got a little bit of a split, trying their best to find a kill. But one gets spotted by the Cypher. So are they going to expect... Oh no! Tags the clone.
Not being able to play off it.
Last
You're just
player
making a lot of
standing.
noise, but Christina does get Kylie, and Mystery Falcon gets Lucid as they come in for the 3rd round win for Brimstone Baddies. Yeah, I mean, this double duelist comp is really working out for them. Talk to me about that mid take. What do you think about it? Would you like it? Did you anything you dislike
Last
there?
player standing.
Oh, the mid take. I mean, I just feel like there wasn't really anybody there, so they could just kind of have it almost for free, you know, in a way. I mean, obviously, you're still going to deal with some risks of, like, you don't know if there is anyone there, but I mean, I think it was a good move, though, to be fair, to be switching up and going up A shot. It's certainly not something that they seem to have expected.
Yes, they go in for a first take.
Oh! Lucky on the side! Oh! Starting to find a 3rd, but 2 is already plenty. Kyle resurrects Lucid there, sorry.
One suppressed.
Oh no, sorry, wrong way around.
Yeah. Probably not really resurrect, but...
No! I got confused. I thought it was Chaos who's you know, getting resurrected, but no.
Spike planted.
What's the opposite of resurrect, man? Just anyway, that's unfortunate. Losing one player. Oh, it's a friendly fire. Oh no. But here they are. They're posted up on site. Cypher using their utility to notify when they go online.
They found my wire.
Using that TP there as well. They're going to be all pushing from one angle. I'm not sure I like this. But they're not going to get all the footage for this to drop down here into the sight lines of Christina, who gets 2 kills. And Rex comes in as well, gets the other 2. Beautiful, beautiful work.
Blink and they'll catch
Yeah,
up.
I mean,
My wire.
that Killjoy Nanoswarm was up for questionable right there. Picking up the kill for Lucid.
One enemy remaining.
That could have potentially swung around in a different way. As actually, it seems like Riyadh wants to pull out another timeout. I mean, the last timeout worked out amazing for them, so I'd like to see the impact here as Goggy is their coach. Maybe talking them in some sense to them, trying to get these rounds rallied back up. But quite a dominant showing right now by Brimstone Baddies.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think they really are going to need something on the caliber of the previous, you know, new team post timeout that we had in map 1. They're just looking so much more dominant this time. Whereas in the first map, they were just often just kind of going, you know, trading rounds every so often. Right now, though, I don't know. It seems like Brimstone Baddies just kind of have this unlocked. And honestly, I think it's probably just because they're going for faster takes much more often than they were in map 1. And they are kind of doing all the better for it.
Yeah. I mean, I think this double duelist comp is definitely favoring them on this attacking half. I would love to see what their plan is on defense, maybe going for a more aggressive main takes on the extremities, or if they're going to go for like the retake comp like they did on Pearl. But as for attack, they seem to be going in for a mid-split.
It seems like it, but there isn't really anyone around, just an alarm bot. I mean, sure, the Killjoy is maybe just peeking through, but you've got that smoke. Do you go for the peek? That'll be risky. I just don't think they're going to be able to do that. Eventually, they will alert the alarm bot, surely, and that will give the team all the information that they need.
Yeah, sort of just contacting up, waiting for a peek, not realizing the alarm bot's there. As Riyadh's playing much slower, smoking it up now. Alarm bot does spot it out. Great kill by Kylie.
Placing swarm grenade.
Seems that they are walking up onto tree right now, faking up all the noise as Archetype falls out of B main. They do use a paranoia, and
30
KJ
seconds
is
left.
cleans it out, but it seems that they are realizing that this is an A take instead. Hunter's Fury coming in right now, as well as the Neon ultimate. Lee getting up for the kill on the flank. Does get traded out.
I can't use that.
As on
Spike
side,
down A.
fights going on everywhere. Molly coming in. Archetype having a lurk up
10
to heaven.
seconds left.
Does get spotted
Last
out by
player
Sekiro and
standing.
taken. As we are left in a 1v2, potentially 1v3. Sekiro kicks out and does get the kill on Christina. What a momentum switch up by Riyadh over there. What a great retake. And I actually thought that Brimstone Baddies had a great plan there, but not being able to catch them out on the fake out. But not being able to get the important kills and losing the round there.
Yeah, I think that that timeout has certainly helped this time. They've made some adjustments to the way that they've been playing, and I think it's worked out just honestly like incredibly well. You know, I don't know what what was said in the timeout, but oh man, I mean, clearly it must have worked because they were able to dismantle that excellent plan from the Baddies. But now they've got a little bit of a different situation now. 5 members here posted up on A. Oh!
I know exactly where.
Breck's getting a headshot already.
I'm out of here.
Dior, though, posted up now as the team barrel in. They are able to equalize just a little bit, put themselves into a 3v2 situation already.
One
As somebody's
enemy
looking to poke through the. Oh, gets spotted out, unfortunately.
Deploying drone.
Oh, but it's Neon.
With the judge there.
Yeah. The Neon goes for the flag and calls them off guard. And that's going to be a round victory there for the attackers.
No, I mean, I was questioning the
One
Neon
enemy
in
remaining.
the earlier rounds and how they were going to play it, but they seem to be utilizing it well, getting up these fast, unexpected positions, especially with the judge, so their eco is looking much better than the opposing side. And finally, they are able to stop the momentum from the timeouts.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, we'll see if it's going to continue.
I'm out of here.
Ultimate coming online as well, being used here. It's going to force them away from playing a sort of
Spike
aggressive and
planted.
try and catch them off guard. Oh no! The gets caught out by 2 members, pushing him. As the rest of the team starts to move in now, trying to find those kills, those players. They are able to find 2 already, equalizing the player count. The Neon, though, is going around on the flanks and finds a kill. It gives the rest of the team enough room, surely, to poke into the rest of sight.
They flip sides.
Last player standing.
Hit!
One enemy remaining.
1v1 situation now, though. All comes down to this.
Has to stick the half here.
Oh! No! But I
Does
don't
he
think they
have
have
it?
enough time!
They do not have it.
Oh, no!
What a bizarre round there. I mean, at one point they just completely switched sides with the defenders on the side and the attackers having to retake their own bomb.
Last player standing.
I mean,
One.
Well, it's all in the advantage of the attackers still, because it's, they didn't exactly have all of the space in the world, the defenders, when they were retaking it. They're still under pressure. They put themselves into a 2v2, 1v1. I mean, at that point, you just play for time with the spike, and they did that beautifully, getting that victory.
yes.
Get out of my way.
sort of just passively holding out on A main right now from both teams, as seems that Lucid is looking out into mid, gets caught out in the end. 0 point checking out, but gets shot by Dior. The stuns come in as Jet comes in with top with the Blade Storm, getting on the kill onto Dior, leaving this into a 3v5 retake. We do see another flank coming in by Sahil. He tossed the trip, not getting noted by Dior in the end. Not getting noted by Rex main. As they go for this retake, sort of just baiting time for Sahil here, seeing if he can try win the round for them. Jump Peak's not quite spotting it out, finally seeing Archetype, gets traded out anyways. Sahil does get one, but is noted by the attack. Quaistan gets the kill onto Mystery Falcon, but it's still a 3v2 retake. Archetype actually using smoke against the heal and winning the round in the end. I mean, that was perfect from start to finish by Brimstone Baddies, getting a 7-2 half in the lead, and Riyadh just don't have a way to get off the starting point really.
No charges.
Yeah, they've just been really struggling in these last, few rounds. I mean, yeah, they were able to kind of make an adjustment, but it just wasn't quite enough to bring about the changes that they needed. They're kind of having to force themselves a little bit to buy what they can. That's obviously going to impact them just a little bit here with the defense. Oh, they are stacking B sites for now, and currently it looks like that is the right site to be stacking, but we'll see whether that is going to be making any difference. I guess it is. They are able to take 2 members down already, putting them into a 1-man advantage. But we've seen just how quickly these 1-man advantages can just get wiped away. I don't think it's going to be making any kind of real difference between these two teams. Somebody's peeking long, trying to find the kill. Oh, Lucid's found the kill onto Mystery Falcon. 2v4 situation now. I mean, just look at these players. They're just kind of swarming onto A. But the Omen here is just is aware, and they're keeping the awareness, making sure that they don't get past. I mean, it's a bit of an unknown as to where they are, but they're gonna know sooner or later. Omen, is able to find that kill. 1v4 situation is not looking good. They are able to get the spike down. They don't have any ultimate available to them either to turn this around, and it's just a pure Angel, and they unfortunately lose against the double swing.
Yeah, as I was talking about them getting starting point, they finally get off the round, being up to 3-7 half, looking much more doable, especially considering the fact that when they have to go on attack, they'll be going against double duel. There's not really much stopping power on the side of Brimstone Baddies. Yeah.
Yeah, but the kind of characters that you do have, I would have been a bit more surprised that maybe they would have been stronger on the defense than the offense. But then again, I guess they are against a team that was stronger on the offense, and the defense, well, we've seen that defense before. It's not exactly been the strongest, so I guess we're going to have to see how this really turns out in the next few rounds. 2 rounds remaining, though, a few ults remaining as well. We're going to really see how they use these. They really want to be making sure that they can, win fights because of this. They've got the lockdown ultimate, and that's the main one that they want to be using on a retake.
So just walking up A main right now, clearing out on Wine. No major noise, not pulling out the defense as smokes finally come in. The rotate is coming in from the defenders. Dior gets 1, Dior gets 2.
Whoa!
Playing behind the box. And Dior gets the 3rd!
Spike down
As the attackers are not even on side. Neon does the best into the ult, but it looks like it's a little bit too late. Getting up the kill entirely, getting up the kill on Lucid actually, and Dior closes it out with the 4th. What an insane hold by Dior right there.
Absolutely insane! He just kind of stood there and he was not letting them come on site. He was denying every single application for entering that site. We used bullets to the head, unfortunately, for one of them. And a beautiful 4K as well. Neon coming out as well, but just a little bit too late. And unfortunately, it was a 1v5 situation, basically. There's just no way you're going to be really winning that. I mean, Dio's just coming out and just getting the headshot, finishing it off is all that they really needed. 3 ultimates now from one of these teams. They're going to be seeing it for sure, no doubt. Lockdown has come down as well as they pour into B-side before they really get the chance. The 2 members already go down.
Cover going out.
Right, so trying to equalize a little bit, finds a kill onto Kyle, but unfortunately the lockdown ultimate is still kind of forcing them out away from the point, but Spike is on site.
First, Christina trades out.
I know
Mystery
exactly
Falcon
where
gets the kill on Stan, getting a good free side and should be able to get this KO rezzed up. This time it is a res and not a kill. As Mystery Falcon calls up with the judge.
Spike planted.
They are coming up with the defense, getting up into switch, no problem. Mystery Falcon seems to be one to push out as both defenders are going lane. Actually, no. Flash shot comes out from Dio, completely flashes up Mystery Falcon, blind at the
Last
back.
player standing.
And Christina, in the end, getting up the kill, ending this half nicely at an 8-4 lead.
Switching sides.
Yeah, just walk me through that half. It was quite the adventure throughout.
That half.
player
Oh boy, where do we start? So, yeah, I mean, Brimstone Baddies, they started off strong with a good pistol round, and you know, we thought that maybe Riyadh would have a good chance to turn that around, but unfortunately they only really managed to pick up 4 rounds, mostly due to, you know, defuses or those kind of things, retakes, but generally they're just kind of struggling just a little bit here and there. I mean, Brimstone Baddies, for whatever reason, were just able to turn around man advantage after man advantage on all of these rounds, even though, you know, they were being put in some kind of crazy disadvantageous situations, just like that last round there, where somehow they were able to turn it around with a massive 3-man push aggressively. But now we are switching sides, and it's now the job of Brimstone Baddies to be on the offensive. They've pushed up A long.
Huge A5 going on there. It does go into the favor of Riyadh. Not Riyadh, versus Baddies. Getting onto the side now, breaking the strip. Dio does manage to get one in the chaos as they are fighting and mainly fighting for the street control.
1 enemy remaining.
Sakil just pushes into the smoke, gets 1. Tension, he gets a second. Nope, Lee actually trades it out. Just with the classic though in a 1v3 position. Spot I'll stand behind Boxford. Does get the kill on Lucid. Now just having 1 smoke left. Decides to smoke main. Not spotted up by the darts. I mean, quite the impossible position, really. Trades it off for the ghost. Gets the dink onto Stan. Shot's not quite connecting onto Dio. And Dio gets the kill with a nice little 3k. Bringing the half up to an 8-5 winning pistol.
Yeah, I mean, they've still got a long way to go, though, to equalize that scoreline. They've made a little bit of a dent in it with one round, but unfortunately, there's still a whole bunch more to go for them. They're going to be going for a bit of an eco buy here, but is that a Vandal I see from Dior?
It is a Vandal indeed. Going in for an aggressive buy, maybe trying to win that 3rd round. Trying to close this gap even more.
Yeah, well, I guess Dio is very confident on the aim, and I guess that kind of makes sense given some of these plays they've been making. Pushing into B-site already, but all of them, defenders, are all ready and waiting. And it seems like they might have figured that out as they go and try and go for a bit of a rotate, trying to clear out mid. Taking a bit of a pistol duel, unfortunately. Defenders here not very well equipped, just a Bucky really to their name. Kyle is able to pick up 2 kills. Beautiful work there, putting them at a huge disadvantage. What's this? Are the defenders going back to B or trying to rotate? Oh, they're good down mid. Oh, Kyle loses out there on the potential ace. Obviously, there's going to be an ace, right?
Obviously. Dio holding up into CT, does spot out Mystery Falcon, but not able to kill. Peeks out it again. Finally closing it out as it's just left up to Archetype with a Bucky cutting in. Not even able to pick up the kill there.
Very nearly, though. I mean, I like the idea of what they were trying to do, right? Hail Mary, slide in, get the bookie kill. It's always beautiful to see that kind of aggression coming out. Probably one of my favorite weapons as well.
One
but,
enemy remaining.
Fortunately for them, Riyadh are able to pick up the round win there for them, putting them now at only 2 maps down from Brimstone Baddies. I mean, you did say, you know, what I thought about them going to be on the offensive here. Partly because of the defensive side of Brimstone. Just, you know, they do have that double duelist composition. It's going to be hard for them. And I think we're seeing the results of that already. Pushing hard into A. The duelists are all posted up on A, ready and waiting. So duel. But they're not duels they're going to be taking. It's going to be team fights, no doubt. Oh, no, it's teaming all the way into the backline. Finds a kill. Unfortunately, gets taken down. 2v3 situation now for these players. Dior, though, he's having a bit of a shooting spree. Spots the last player.
Spike retrieved.
He's going to be planting the spike. The neon is going to be posted up long. Shoots blindly through the smoke and almost gets Christina. That would have been crazy. Sees where they are, goes for the kill, but DR is ready and waiting. They've timed that peak absolutely flawlessly. Both of the defenders coming out just at the right time and picking up that kill in that crossfire.
Yeah, I mean, a huge round by Deal, her previously buying the Vandal onto the second round, paying out for them in the end. As Deal hits the 20th kill, 20-9, just dominating this game right now. As they've closing the gap to 7-8, and it looks like that Brimstone Baddies needing to go on a half buy, try and pull out this round win.
I mean, DR is absolutely destroying it here, but not closely followed by Shahazil with her own 19 kills so far this game. What really matters, though, is not your personal scoreline, but the scoreline of your team. That's what truly matters here. They find the camera, and they choose to rotate out, away, going for a mid-clay, smoking them off. But there's a neon here, posted, ready and waiting. Finds the kill, and Dior! The absolute monster has been felled. Still being fearless here, pushing in anyway, smoking it off, giving themselves the opportunity to move past. As this neon has been revealed. Tries to go for the peak there, but unfortunately the Omen has other ideas. Picks up the kill, equalizing the man advantage to 4-4.
Spike planted.
Sahil keeping up onto the box, taking a more aggressive angle. Now deciding not and going on Jen. As they are going for quite an aggressive post run. Putting out Lee, getting the kill on Tree, and now just leading up to 2 defenders up on Heaven. Oh, going out for a peek.
Enemy remaining.
Rex gets one, but gets traded out, and Lucid finishing up, closing up the half to 8-8, closing up that gap, and just an incredible round by Riyadh. I mean, this team, as I was talked about, would be looking maybe a little stronger on this attacking half, but on the side of for Brimstone Baddies, I would like to see a little bit more aggression with this double duelist. I mean, these retakes are just really not working out. I mean, like, maybe just pair a KO utility, a flash pop out here, give Archetype just a first blood. As they do seem to be going for an aggressive play into B main here.
Watch out!
Seems to be just setting up the jet. Oh, Mystery Falcon not being able to connect to the shots as the no command completely shuts down the tailwind, forcing. Oh, Rex gets caught out by the Lucid TP, and Archetype left all alone on the island on the side. Gets one, but unable to get the second. As it's just left up to Lee and Christina. He is able to pick up one through the smoke. Oh, that's spray. Christina, Dio, tap up solo. Cam is able to catch out onto Sahil. Gets spammed up by Lee again. A second kill. And they're all just so low. All so low.
Standing.
Lee left up against twice stand. Just on like barely a sliver of health. Start the classic, the right click, the left click, getting up to the 4K, but walks away from the spike.
Well, that's just
Do they have time?
I'm not sure if they have time. I mean, it was a beautiful little kill. It was close. Oh, it was close. They did have time, but only barely. Oh, if they managed to stall out the time just for a little bit, they definitely would have had that victory. It was on the cards, but unfortunately for them, it's not quite enough.
Maybe not realizing that they were on the defense needed to defuse a spike at the end by Lee.
Oh, yes.
Good. Winning out the round anyways. As they are finally bringing it back, stopping that massive momentum of 4 rounds by Riyadh.
Yeah, they have started to equalize the round count, but it's not going to be quite enough. They do still need to come out of the victory if they want to win this series. Killjoy ultimate comes out here from the attackers. It's not quite enough to force them entirely off the point. Oh, but Rex gets a spam through the smoke, gets alerted because of the utility that's on site there. The Killjoy doesn't find anyone. The Dio, in fact, takes Rex down. Null command has gone up. This is now a 1v1 situation. Uses the ult as well to try and get the kill, to change it alive, and they do! Oh! Yield coming in there, using that ultimate, making that last-minute decision to stay in, and they do. They use the ultimate, get the victory. A great use of their ultimate, no doubt.
Yeah, picking up for that round win. Now, ever so slightly open that gap for an 8-10, and a timeout again being called out by Riyadh as they go into another round. I mean, so far the timeouts have been working out quite well for them. I expect no different to see here. But what do you think they're sort of discussing? Do you think it's more of a tactical timeout, or do you think it's more of a mental timeout here?
I think it's probably going to be a tactical timeout. I mean, sure, mental timeouts are just as important as well. And in fact, mental game is probably one of the most important things in a lot of high-level competitions. You really can't be letting your mental, get to you, because I mean, in fact, there's loads of studies on this as well about how your mental state really just affects the way that you play the game. And it can really lead to some significant improvements. I mean, just the way that you think and your attitude can easily, increase your performance by like 20%, which is like a truly crazy amount. I mean, if you told like any high-level performer, which many of them will probably already know this, to just think like you're winning and all these other things, like to get an extra 20%, that would be crazy, right? Because you're working for these small little advantages. And it's just the same in this level of competition too. Sure, this might not be T1, but I mean, you still want to be having a good mental. You can't be giving up just because you're a couple of rounds down.
Exactly. Dimensional Drip is coming in for Lucid right now. Immediately peeks out. Is bugged as far. Rex fully blinded. Goes out for the second flash, dodges it out, but unable to pick up the kill entirely as Lucid gets traded out by Archetype. Lee shoots an amazing shot onto the on switch. I said, actually peeks out, but unable to get the kill. All the kills are traded out. Stan gave kill 1, but not realizing Mystery Falcon right behind him. I thought it was going to be a knife, but it turns out to be the Bucky kill instead.
Oh, that is unfortunate. Only a couple of rounds away now for victory. It's not looking quite so good, unfortunately. I mean, after gaining 4 rounds, they're almost getting 4 rounds on them, unfortunately. They're going to have to be changing this around pretty soon if they're not able to. They do have, however, a couple of ultimates that are online that could potentially turn around the fight for them with twice down here, but I just don't think that, a Sova ultimate is really going to be making the game-changing plays that you would expect. But Kyle, what?
Yeah.
Gets a wall bang!
Wallbang kill through the smoke. I mean, Kylie
Finds
on
another.
fire, getting another.
Trying to equalize now already by one of them is in heaven, one of them is in hell. But you got 2 members on point already.
Last player
You've got
standing.
this Omen coming around to
Spike
flank.
planted.
Dion takes out Christina, and now you just have one on the high ground, and isn't expecting this flank, and he gets the kill. Able to stop the momentum there of Brimstone Baddies,
I mean,
pushing back the timer ever so slightly for the rounds.
Last player standing.
I don't know what
Spike
Kylie was
planted.
up to. Kylie was just able to just get in and get such good frags. I mean, that
Absolutely.
that spam was incredible by them.
It's not something I really would expect to be complimenting. You know, oh yeah, you spammed amazingly. I mean, it's true. Kylie did in fact win them the game, almost that round, just from that spam alone, getting up that kill through the wall. Oh, that tells them everything they need. 4 people spotted with that KO knife alone. They're going to be facing a little bit of a difficult choice. Do they continue on, or do they go somewhere else? Try and play some mind games, perhaps, for the defenders.
It has rotated away from the side, but this should be enough information to be noted on to that they are hitting B. Splash not quite connecting, nor do the shots. Lucid, I mean, just playing with his life right there. Completely trapped on and isolated on the side. TP does come in. Sahil gets one. Quite a lot of stacking. Sahil gets the second on the
One
board.
enemy remaining.
And as Heaven gets the multiple plays be cleared out. And the superior guns on by Riyadh, the Riyadh side, able to pick up the kills. But honestly, that could have gone the complete opposite way if this wasn't the kills and connecting.
One enemy remaining.
Baddies. They had all 4 players on the side.
Yeah, I mean, it's just... Oh, how do I word this now? I mean, excellent plays though, nonetheless. Getting a second round win already, starting to get closer and closer to equalize the score. But when they were in this position last time, unfortunately, Brimstone Baddies weren't able to start turning this around. I hope we will not be entering overtime, but it'll certainly be an exciting match nonetheless, if that is the case. Just how close these teams really are, despite how dominant some of these rounds have been. But they got so many ultimates online as well. They're playing this slow. But I don't know what ultimates they're going to be using. Surely they're going to be using some to get this victory.
You are powerless.
Again.
Who's the...
I mean, again, like, they have all 4 players stacked onto the side, knowing that it's going to be an A hit. Archetype maybe overstaying his welcome there. And does get picked up by Fuel. Mystery Falcon getting 1 onto the retake.
Spike planted.
So he'll pushing out a little too aggressive there as they go for a nade and fragment and shotgun combo. And actually, Lucina gets picked out but gets traded by Lee.
One enemy remaining.
Lee gets the second onto Kyle. Lucid in a 1v2 situation. Pulls out the flash.
One enemy remaining.
He gets 1.
Oh!
Oh!
Time to jump.
He's so low. But he gets to the right click.
No!
What a clutch.
Oh, what a clutch! Oh, they
Match
got
point.
caught with their util, and they just didn't have the opportunity to just press the left click and
One
the
enemy
right
remaining.
click came through as well, picking up the kill with the classic.
One
Oh,
enemy remaining.
oh no!
Oh, that's
They
gonna
almost
be
turned that around. They turned 1v3 into a winnable situation. Oh, but right at the very end.
It's gonna be a gut-wrenching round for Riyadh right there. Hoping to
Oh, for
equalize
sure.
the round. Now on to match point for Brimstone Baddies, really wanting to get up to that 3rd map of the series. Go for an aggressive take. Getting 1, getting 2, but all traded out. Quite even on both sides, but it's the team that Riyadh has taken quite a bit of damage onto the Sova.
Yeah, but they have equalized in terms of man advantage, playing for this retake, no doubt. They've got one flanker though coming through, so it should give the attackers a bit of an advantage trying to take the site, maybe if they are able to play a little bit aggressive and find those kills. They won't be, they're playing a little bit safer, choosing to instead go for the plant and play around the spike. As Sova ultimate comes out, trying to force some relocations. As Lucid is able to find a kill, so is someone else. Just the Rex remaining. In a 1v2 situation,
Shadows traveling.
if they're able to win this fight, they'll be taking themselves to map 3.
There's one. No, second, but unable to find the third.
Oh,
kill.
no! We could be heading into overtime here between these two teams.
He really could. I mean, that was a great Hunter's Fury, pushing back the defenders, letting Lucid to just sneak up and get the kill. And yeah, that was... We are going into this last round of the half, whether it be a Brimstone Baddies win or Riyadh forcing it into overtime. This has been an intense map so far.
Yeah, indeed, but Brimstone Baddies have so many ultimates at their disposal. I mean, a number of them could easily turn the fight around. You've got a Revival, you've got Null, you've got, Cypher's ult. All of them could easily turn things around. Plenty of Cypher util as well set up onto the side they're choosing to hit, as all the members here choose to rotate around. But Lucid finds their kill. Yulil uses their ultimate, trying to look for an ability to... Oh, but no! Carl gets the kill, denying the revive.
Fake teleport.
Spams out there with the Odin, getting onto the headshot as the Owl drone gets shot down by the Bucky. Mr. Falcon gets caught out by Dior. Paranoia right onto Mystery Falcon, does know the TP. TP does come in by Lucid. The Dior gets the kill.
Oh no! Oh no, this is all falling apart. There's just one member left, Rex here, and he's getting swarmed and they lose it. It's going to be overtime. Oh no, this is not what they need, Brimstone Baddies. They were looking so good on track for a victory here, sending into map 3.
Last player standing.
But unfortunately, Ryder have other plans. That was beautiful. In spite of so many ultimates on the field by Brimstone Baddies, they just were not able to get any of them into action.
Yeah, quite the unfortunate round. Definitely not what you were hoping for, especially with 4 ultimates, even with the weak buy from Brimstone Baddies. As they are going for overtime. And what is this I see? Is this a Killjoy operated in overtime?
Oh no, I don't believe it.
Not sure about this one. We'll see how that goes.
Playing aggressively. Finds a kill! Oh! Gets traded out though by Archetype. It's going to give them an orb if should they choose to use it. Spamming out here, B main. They've got Dio here on the flank, ready for them.
Down, mid.
Omen is able to find a kill. They're getting trapped and isolated into this little tiny pocket. Spike is down. They're getting swarmed, sandwiched by both sides. Obviously, I'm hoping to try and get a win. But inside the smoke, people realize they were practically kissing the face of the Omen.
Player standing.
Cover going down.
Beautiful work. Christina is the only one remaining now in a 1v3 situation. Whoever wins this round is going to be putting themselves into a great position. Oh no, looks away, that's just the wrong time! Oh, I don't believe it!
Caught out by Lucid.
Switching
As a
sides.
bit of a body slam
Match
comes in
point.
from Riyadh. And they are finally at match point. So this is the first time I believe they have gotten... Oh wait, no, this is the second time they've gotten into the lead. And will be... Yeah, I mean, that was a great round by them. Especially with the surprising KJ operator. On the which we're seeing on the attacking side as well.
No way. Oh, if Kyle is able to get like one kill, that is going to be so valuable. It's going to deny, potentially in this case, the mid push from Rex.
Jumpy clearing out onto the tree can catwalk style. Probably just to make double sure. As they go for a slower B main take, Owl Drone coming out, not being able to spot one. Rex hides from it. And as well as they're continuing to side with 3 people, as well as the sites setup. Kylie is Dior is lurking up into mid. Maybe not. Maybe what a flick by Dior! Rex is noting Dior's location, but is not able to pick up the kill. And Sahil was killed by Christina's trip. What is going on? Mystery Falcon picking up the kill on Lucid, but gets traded up by Stan as we are left in a 1v2 situation by Archetype. Oh, a Spike is going down. This is potentially the series point, as Kylie is trapped in main with an operator. Archetype, as soon as that smokes go down, we'll see how that goes. But the wall comes up. Kylie is walking out of main. Does get spotted by Stan. Not noticing on the position of Kylie. And in the end, it's too late, and Kylie gets the kill. And Riyadh win the match and the series points.
Unbelievable victory there. I mean, they came back from the brink. I mean, Brimstone Baddies were threatening to win for so many times. They got so close. I mean, if you be able to have a look at the timeline, you know, they had like 2 opportunities at least to win on match point, and yet they just weren't quite able to bring it through. And then just bring it out at the last minute in overtime, bring out the victory. Oh my word! I don't believe it.
Yeah, I mean that had to have some kind of mental resilience right there, because they were down at so many different points. I mean, this was definitely a map that Brimstone Baddies was looking to take, and in the end, it went after Riyadh. I mean, incredible.
Yeah, absolutely incredible indeed from these 2 teams, even to make it this close as well. It's it's great to be watching such close matches between these 2 teams, and I think it's also going to provide such a great opportunity for the coaching staff as well to really understand what was going on and to try and make some improvements. And I think they definitely have the opportunity for that as well. I just can't believe that they were able to come back in such a strong way, because it just looked like they had such a massive score disadvantage.
Yeah,
And yet somehow they still managed.
Yeah, that these it does seem like that they are quite a momentum based team, especially getting onto that 4 rounds into the pistol. I mean, that was quite impressive, especially these timeouts that are being called. Each one of them worked out so well in their favor. As we look at the opposing side, where not a single timeout was called, potentially leading up to these round losses, which ended up being series points. I mean, that was a really close map in the end. I think that was really well played by both teams. And even though they were not successful, I thought the Neon comp was actually really interesting, and the way they utilized it was very, very, very well played.
Yeah, for sure. I do actually like this Neon composition. It's a little bit different than perhaps what most people might be expecting, but you are able to use a lot of those slides in a way that, perhaps people are not used to try and get into those different positions, like you were mentioning before. And honestly, they really did have the opportunity to win. Unfortunately, it slipped through their fingers in the end. Dior coming out clutch with some amazing flanks, amazing kills, and just unfortunately for them, losing out in the series, with Riyadh taking the victory in this series 2-0. Absolutely incredible plays from both of these teams.
Yes.
But it does sound like we're going to be having an interview soon, and I am looking forward to getting an interview with one of these players or coaches. I mean, I can only imagine some of the questions that we're going to have, just because of how much we've kind of been mentioning what it must be feeling like at that time in some of those matches. What were they talking about? Did they able to come through? They were so close to victory, so many things like that. So we're going to go on a quick break, though, as we wait to grab our interviewee, and we will be back shortly. So don't be going anywhere, because I'm sure this is going to be an interesting interview.
Yes.
Hello and welcome back. We have got our player we will be introducing. Why don't you go ahead and in fact, why don't you give us your introduction to the team stream so that people know who you are?
Hi. I'm Dior, and yeah, I don't know what else am I supposed to say. Bit
Okay.
clueless.
Well, no.
So I actually wanted to ask you a question, Dior, which is just how are you feeling? I mean, coming off that win, quite an important win for you, getting up to the 3-1 brackets.
Like game one was pretty light, but like we're doing good because like I'm not gonna lie, like I had a itchy spot in somewhere I shall not disclose, and I used a special technique. Special technique won us the game. So that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And then the technique carried on to the second game, and we made a 2-7 comeback. So like all I'm saying that like that technique's pretty strong, man. That's all I gotta say, bro.
Is this just out of interest? Is this a technique that Safe has used in the past, or is this more of a tactical technique?
It's called the pinch and twist. Pinch and twist.
I shall not ask further.
If you know, you know.
Well, you certainly had some amazing moments though in the match. In fact, we were mentioning or commenting in map 1 of this series that you guys had a bit of a timeout, and eventually that ended up in winning the particular map. And it seemed like to us like you were almost an entirely different team. Dare I say, was that when you activated the secret technique, or was there something else that you discussed in that little timeout?
So basically, I mentioned the secret technique to them when we were like up like 2 rounds, and during the timeout, I kept like emphasizing the technique to them, and then we were all discussing different techniques that I should use to like assist me win the to assist me to win the game. Like although I didn't play my best, like we still won the game, and it was thanks to our IGO, and he gave me the banger technique that helped us win that game.
All right.
Amazing.
All right, so I have another question, which is on ascent onto when you went on to overtime. Kylie pulled out the op for 2 rounds. Was that, and was able to bring up massive impact with that? Was that a specific call made by Kylie? Was it discussed by the team, or how was that decision made?
Well, like I'm gonna be honest, the guy just said, "F this, I'm pulling out the op," and no one said anything back to him. So he just went up, and then he got all those kills. I'm not complaining though, like it won us the game.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that is true. It did indeed win you the game. I mean, there were so many little plays as well that did manage to win you the game. I believe on one moment as well, not only did you almost get a 4K, which was impressive, but also you went on a little flank and caught some of them off guard. What was it like making those kind of decisions?
Wait, which 4K?
Exactly. You got many.
Yeah, exactly, man. I got 2.
But just what was that like though? Playing on those on those rounds.
It just felt like medium bots. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well played. Okay.
Well, I mean, congratulations on winning that the series, of course. Even going into overtime as well with 4 rounds at the very end. So I was honestly had a little bit of I was on the edge of my seat for what was about to happen in those rounds. But I know you managed to pull it through and come through with a win. And were you ever concerned that you had to maybe play a map 3 on?
Yeah, no, like man, I just wanted to go take a shower, so I had to lock in for those last 2 rounds. I'm not gonna lie. Like I was thinking to myself, like I was kind of scared, but then after we won the first round, like, bro, it was a piece of cake, man.
And lock in, you did. What an amazing map win that was. All right. There's from my side, all my questions are done. Yafa, is there anything you want to ask?
I don't think there's anything else that I'd like to ask, but in particular, although I believe that the series is not quite over. So, do you think that you're going to be winning this series?
Hell yeah.
Ooh,
All right.
yes.
Well, in that case, I think that's everything from me, and I think it's like everything as well from my amazing co-caster Gamble Nuts. And I believe that's going to be the end of the stream for today, unless there are any other games. But you should also make sure to follow and subscribe all the socials so that you know that when we are going to be live next time.
Yes. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Hello and welcome back. Turns out that we haven't actually quite finished yet, even though we did just say goodbye to you all, because we have a second interview here with us from Brimstone. Baddies, would you like to introduce yourself to the rest of stream?
Hello, I'm Wiley. I play Initiator and Smokes for Brimstone Baddies.
Great. Okay. So I just wanted to ask, first of all, how are you feeling after that?
I'm feeling pretty good considering like my team's ranks and their team's ranks. So I think we did pretty well.
That is quite
because
fair.
like in a few. Yeah, sorry, because I was just going to say in a few places you were very close to winning, including that second map as well. So.
Yes, especially on that ascent, it was an especially close one. I just wanted to ask, when you are up into the getting that 7-2 lead, was there any concern for a comeback, or did you thought that you were off in quite a good position?
I think we thought we were in quite a good position. I mean, we're just playing to really have fun. PRX game strat, run it down. So.
A good classic kind of strategy. I do like that. I know PRX, just run it down, just have some fun. And I mean, to be fair, I think you did an amazing job when you were running it down. Some amazing moments as well from all of your members, including yourself as well, and getting some amazing kills. So I'm glad. I hope you had fun in the series, because I certainly had fun watching it. It was an absolute honor to be watching and casting the game.
Yeah, you definitely gave quite a bit of effort, and it was an amazing series just to watch. I do want to ask for another question, which is that the opposing side had quite a bit of timeouts on the successful timeouts, I want to add, to sort of close out onto the mental. Do you think that these timeouts sort of stopped your momentum, or were you just sort of unaffected by them?
Not really. We just used their timeouts as timeouts for us as well, or we just yapped in the timeouts, brought mental up, so it was fine.
That's fair.
Yeah, but unfortunately, you in the end did end up losing this series, which does mean that your team is now, I believe, 2-2 bracket. So how do you feel like this is going to be playing out for you in the rest of the tournament?
Honestly, I think it'll be the same. Just have fun, do whatever we want. If we win, then we win. If we lose, then we lose.
That is a great mental to be having.
Yeah.
Yes, I just wanted to ask another question, which is relating to sort of, did you when you first off that that round loss onto the map 1, right, where you lost in pro? Did you? How was sort of the emotions going on into that game? Was it all this we can do it we can push it onto this map 2 and maybe even win map 3? Was a lot of happy moods as you were talking about, or to sort of just run me through it?
Because we have some people subbing in for us pretty often. We're not super used to each other. So first map, our mentals were a bit down because we just really didn't know how to talk to each other. But I think we brought it back a lot on Ascent, and our mentals are really up.
That is quite good indeed. Well, I want to thank you on my side, because that will be all my questions. For anything else you want to add?
No, I believe that's all the questions that I had for you. Honestly, it's amazing to have watched, and obviously unfortunate on the win, but as you're saying, a great mental kind of attitude there for taking a victory and go for the fun. Actually, honestly, I think it's just such a great way to be taking a lot of these sort of community tournaments that people run, and obviously this is just another example of a community tournament. So yeah, it's right there in the name. But I hope that if you are watching and you're not currently in the series, you do sign up for when Season 5 will be announced. But that is going to be long in the future, and I am looking forward to the remaining matches in this particular Community Cup. And I believe that is all from me. So as I said before, do make sure to subscribe and follow all the socials so you do not miss out when we go live again. This will be hopefully the final time that I'll be giving a little bit of an exit speech. So that is all from me. Thank you so much for coming along and agreeing to this interview. It's been a pleasure to have you here. A pleasure to both of the interviewees that we've had. And I think that is all from me. Goodbye.
Yes, thank you everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.